Good morning, all. So, we are going to discuss about JavaScript from today's session. Uh, First of all, before discussing the JavaScript, let us check what is the purpose of JavaScript and who can learn this JavaScript course, and so what is the uses of JavaScript and all, and how can we place JavaScript into our web application, right? What is a client-side program? What is a server-side program? Right, so what is static applications, what are the dynamic applications, all we are going to see by using in this session, guys, right? So first of all, when we guys are learning any course, first let us see what is the purpose of JavaScript exactly, what a JavaScript can do for our web application development, what is the role of JavaScript in our web applications. So without JavaScript, can we do anything or not? We need to check it, guys, right? So what is the importance of JavaScript? Not only in web applications, we are having so many applications. We have desktop applications, we have mobile applications, we have web applications. A lot of applications are there. Is everywhere in JavaScript they are using, guys, because the purpose of JavaScript is that much. And moreover, this is also very important thing, guys. So JavaScript is clearly makes sense and it is going to be very nice. So what is exactly the JavaScript in general? Let us see. So first thing, who can learn JavaScript? So anybody can learn. Yes, guys, everybody can learn JavaScript. But what is the prerequisite to learn the JavaScript course, right, guys? Nothing, guys. Just if you know a HTML basic programming, that's enough. Even you don't know CSS, also no problem. So if you know basic HTML, that's enough to learn the JavaScript course, guys. And who can learn in the sense, irrespective of your graduations. I don't know what is your graduations. Everybody can learn. There is nothing required. And some people will say to learn any other programming language we need to know C language, but here does not require anything. If you want to learn JavaScript course, just HTML is enough. Everybody can learn, whoever you are. You are a JavaScript developer, you are a .NET developer, you are a Python developer, you are a PHP developer. Remember carefully, every developer, Java, .NET, PHP, Ruby, whatever it may be, they need to know JavaScript, guys. Without JavaScript, there is no web application development. That's that much important the JavaScript is. What a JavaScript can do, why JavaScript is for us, right? What exactly JavaScript can do, everybody should know. When you guys are learning a course, which is very important, guys, check it carefully. What is the purpose of JavaScript exactly, right? What a JavaScript can do. Most of the people in every session, I will ask the students, why JavaScript, why should I use JavaScript? They will tell one advantage of JavaScript, sir, by using JavaScript we can do form validations. To do form validation, do we need this much of big programming language? Some people will say, sir, Java is a ocean, sir. To learn Java, it will take a lot of time. People will say something like this. No, I will say Java is not a ocean. JavaScript is a ocean. JavaScript is vast, guys. A lot of subject is there on JavaScript. JavaScript is not only for, no, don't think it is for validations. It is not for validation, guys. A lot of validation is just a small part of JavaScript. So there is a huge lot of things are there, lot of hidden things are there, everything we need to know what we can do by using JavaScript exactly, right? In every application development we are using JavaScript. Application in the sense that may be a desktop application, that may be a web application, wherever it may be, and mobile applications also we are using JavaScript, and JavaScript related libraries we are using, right? That much important the JavaScript is, guys. Not only this, today we are able to play games in mobile devices, right? How you guys are playing games in mobile devices? Generally, if you want to play a game, and the game should be once upon a time the games may be developed in a flash player. Now, is the flash player is there, or I don't know, but tell me one thing, is your mobile device supports flash player? I think so. It doesn't support, right? If flash is not there, how you can able to play the game, right? Generally, in the olden days, if you want to play a game, your system should support the flash player. If flash player is available in your computer, then we can play the games, right? So nowadays, without flash player also, we are playing games, guys. How it is possible? By using JavaScript and JavaScript libraries. So by using, what I want to say simply, by using JavaScript, we can develop gaming applications as well. Seriously, guys, we can develop gaming applications. Well, there is a exactly, I mean, we need to know all the purposes in all the ways, all the possible ways we have to check it, guys. What is the purpose of JavaScript and all, right? What a JavaScript will do in our web application, it will provide some interactions on the web. Interactions means, for example, in every website we are seeing some sliders will be there. A slide will be sliding from left hand, right side, left side, and some alerts will come, right? How these alerts will come? By clicking this button, I want to make a pop-up. By clicking the close button, I want to close the pop-up. These are all called interactions, right? How the interactions are implemented in your website by using JavaScript only. And we can develop gaming applications. Whatever the applications it may be, yes, we can develop. If you want, you can check with a small situation, guys. Let me go and let me tell you here a small, I just want to tell you here a small thing. Let me show you JavaScript. Google like this gaming applications. Just I'm going with the gaming application. Just I'm trying to Google in this manner JavaScript gaming application. Let us see. There may be a lot of gaming applications will come. If you can Google like this, guys, you can just go and check it. Game tutorial. Oh, W3 Schools is also giving a game tutorial. What type of game it will give you? Let me check it. So this is a common website. Everybody will know, right? So you can do anything on the canvas. Oh, they're saying something, a text is coming, and try it. They're saying something called canvas tag. What this canvas tag will do? Canvas tag, everybody know this is the part of HTML5, right? HTML5 contains some tags, guys. Those tags: canvas tag, audio tag, video tag, SVG tag. These are available in HTML5. So remember, if you want to work with some of the HTML5 elements, everybody should know JavaScript, guys. We have some Google Maps, geolocation in HTML5, audio tag, video tag, canvas tag, SVG tag. If you want to work with this canvas, audio, video, and you have to know JavaScript perfectly. So by using this JavaScript, we can control audios and videos. You know, in YouTube, when we guys are playing videos, in the middle of the video, we can see some advertisements, right? So once the advertisements closes and the video will play, and video will continue to play from there itself, right? How the advertisements are coming in the middle. When an advertisement rises on the video is pausing. Once the advertisement is completed, the video is playing continuously from where it was stopped. How this is happening, guys? Seriously, it's all about JavaScript. There is a library in JavaScript to work with audio player and video player. That library is all in JavaScript, guys. If you know, we can control our own video player also. Whatever the controls we are seeing in the YouTube, those controls also we can create our own controls, right? YouTube is giving some other controls. If you don't want those controls, we can create our own controls as well, guys, right? Let me see, is there any gaming applications they developed? I don't know. So is there any gaming application? I think so. This is just for this, I think. Okay, maybe something is coming. So we have created a game area. Oh, just they created game area, but nothing was there in this, guys. So we need to check some other examples. Is there any other examples or not? Game score and game rotation, game moment. What is this? So, oh, something is moving, guys. Can you see? Some particle is moving on the screen. It is rotating diagonally, and it is rotating clockwise and anti-clockwise also, right? How this particle is moving on the screen? It was stopped. If I click play again, then again it is playing on interacting the button. How this is working, guys, right? So here we have something called bouncing. What is this bouncing example? Okay, now, oh, this is how the bouncing, guys. Can you see? I'm clicking on restart it. It's look like a bouncing effect. How this bouncing, do you believe this was in JavaScript? Can we do this in JavaScript? Can we achieve this by using JavaScript? Here I have something called obstacles. What is this obstacles? Something, oh, something they're giving you. Can you see? What is this obstacles happening here? It is running. See, I'm not going such a kind of great application. It's a very basic application, guys. Now game was stopped. Now obstacles are not moving. When the particle touches the obstacle, the game was stopped. So do you believe this was in JavaScript? Yes, guys, seriously, the entire game was developed in JavaScript, right? Can you see here? I have something called a clock, a canvas clock, a clock start. Let me click on it. What is this clock start? Can you believe, guys? This clock is created in JavaScript. Do you remember? Right? So, I mean, can you believe this? Is it possible by using JavaScript? Yes, absolutely. This was possible by using JavaScript, and this was done by using canvas tag, guys. Seriously, remember, lot of these people just give one two examples how the canvas tag is working, and lot of gaming applications are there in JavaScript, guys. All these gaming applications are created by using JavaScript only. Remember, the purpose of JavaScript we have to know while learning the course. So I need to tell you why, because so many people will think that JavaScript is for only validations. No, it is not for validation. JavaScript is a vast thing. It is for multi-purpose, not for game, not for validations, guys. Right? Multi-purpose. Lot of gaming. Can you see 30 amazing games made only with HTML5? HTML5 means canvas tag. Canvas means there is a JavaScript library. Click on it and see the gaming application, what type of games there I think so they're displaying. So seriously, you can see some bike racing, car racing, all type of games are created in by using JavaScript, guys. These are some examples they're having. So you can click and you can see the demo of each and every example also. These are all done by JavaScript, guys. Some of the games we already know, we already seen the games, right? So in the childhood we may played those games also. All the games we can create by using this thing, guys. This is all about JavaScript. So can you see this is some dice game and all, right? So guys, seriously, lot of gaming applications we can create by using JavaScript. All this kind of animations and the stuff and all, how the moving, how the particle is moving, how the object is moving, right? It is all about JavaScript, guys. Right? So that is the purpose of JavaScript, because when we guys are learning any course, first let us see what is the purpose of it. So don't underestimate the JavaScript, guys. JavaScript is a vast one. Without JavaScript, there is no web application development. Seriously, every web application that may be either in Java, .NET, Python, PHP, whatever it may be, without JavaScript, definitely they won't go. Or JavaScript libraries. There are a lot of, today we are seeing a lot of frameworks in JavaScript. What are the frameworks we are seeing in the JavaScript? A lot of, guys, I don't know the list. I just want to show you the list of JavaScript frameworks list. I just want to get you the list. Let us see the list of supported JavaScript frameworks, guys. Is there Wikipedia? Let us go with the Wikipedia list of JavaScript libraries and frameworks, whatever it may be. Can you see? These are the thing, guys. Graphical visualization, nothing but gaming applications, guys. We have these many things are there. These many frameworks are there. They made these many libraries are there. These are all created in JavaScript, guys. D3JS, we recently we heard mostly D3JS, guys. This is a commonly used one, right? So chart.js, charts, nothing but Google charts. I mean, we have bar charts, pie charts, right? So those charts, how can we create those charts and all? So by using this JS, right? So can you see now, this is GUI related JavaScript frameworks, guys. What is the GUI related? Angular is there, AngularJS is there, guys. GUI related Bootstrap, Dojo widgets, EXTJS, Foundation. So a lot of things are there, guys. These many JSs are there. Is it mandatory to learn everything? So we have something called Vue.js. We are hurting this, and we have something called React.js. Right now, React.js is having very good in the boom right now in the market, right? And we have Angular as well. So who are all these guys? These are the part of our JavaScript only. The JavaScript and their related thing. So no longer actively developed, right? So some of the things are there. They are not actively developed. Pure JavaScript Ajax, something like JS PHP, right? Some PDF.js, Rico, Stack.io. Lot of things are there, but every framework is for different purpose, guys. There is a different purpose, and these are all the things, guys. Unit testing and some web application related MVC and MVCM. Lot of things are there. Can you see? So again, they repeated, don't bother about it. I'm thinking almost all 40 to 50 frameworks are there in JavaScript. All the frameworks and libraries are developed on top of our JavaScript programming language only. So you have to be perfect with JavaScript. You may be, see guys, one thing, lot of companies are there which they are working purely on JavaScript. We don't want anything. You don't worry, don't bother about anything. .NET, Python, Ruby, PHP doesn't require. If you just know JavaScript is enough, guys, to get the job properly. Seriously, a lot of companies are there which are working very purely on JavaScript. So if you are good in JavaScript, yes, it is going to be very nice, and JavaScript is going to help you a lot in our application development, guys. Seriously, right? So this is the purpose of JavaScript. Not only this, guys, see the browser which I'm showing you. This browser is also maybe developed by using JavaScript, guys. This browser is also maybe developed by using JavaScript. Definitely in the browser development, they use the concept called JavaScript. So it is all about interactions. On click the button, on double click the button, on close up button, or on we have some close button here. If I click this close button, browser will be closed. I mean, if I click the close, an event will be fired inside the browser. That event may be in JavaScript, right? We are seeing this editor, right? So this is a Notepad editor, guys. I am typing something called A. If I press something called A or B, some other situations, let us show you. So this is the file, right? In this file, I am going to type something at the bottom or somewhere, guys. You can type something. When you guys are typing something, guys, can you see I'm typing A? Can you see some sessions are coming automatically? How these sessions are coming automatically, right? Am I submit the button or anything? No, I just typed uh, a key called A, so it is giving some sessions automatically. When I'm interacting the notepad, I'm clicking this window, I'm getting some window here. If I click this, something file is going to created and all. How these interactions are coming, guys? All these interactions are done by JavaScript, guys. See, JavaScript is not only for validation. JavaScript is used in web applications, gaming applications, in the browser development, in the editor, nothing but we are using Notepad++ editor. Maybe in this editor development also the people may use the JavaScript application, guys. Remember carefully, everywhere JavaScript will be there. In every application development, JavaScript will be there. That is either desktop application or either web application, right? So that is the importance of JavaScript. When we guys are learning a course called anything, not only JavaScript, guys, any course you are learning, first try to know what I can do exactly by using this course. This is what we have to get it, guys, first thing. Exactly. First, I want to tell you the purpose of JavaScript exactly. Right here in this slide, we have some definition called what is JavaScript and all. Can you see what is JavaScript and all? What exactly the JavaScript will do, guys? Here, displaying timely content updates, interactive maps, animated 2D, 3D graphics, scrolling video, jukeboxes, etc. They given some other examples here. This is the official definition. I got it from MDN, Mozilla Developer Network. This is the official definition I got. JavaScript is, what is exactly JavaScript is? A scripting or programming language that allows you to implement complex features on the web pages. Complex features, whatever it may be, that is a complex feature or a simple feature, whatever it may be. So I want to play a video on the web. So with my own controls, with my custom controls, I want to move a particle, 2D animation and 3D animation. I want to move a particle on the screen. How we can do all these things? Yes, absolutely, by using JavaScript, guys. What the purpose of JavaScript is vast. So what we can do by using JavaScript, we can do vast, so many things we can do by using JavaScript. This is exactly what the JavaScript is, guys. And one more thing, JavaScript is a client-side programming language. So, and we have some other thing, guys, here, client side and server side. What exactly the client side is, what exactly the server side is, right? And moreover, what a JavaScript can do for our web application, JavaScript can provide some interactions. Some JavaScript will make our content dynamic by using Ajax calls, or somewhere we can get the data from database and we can get the things very clearly, right? So this is how the JavaScript is going to work. Now let me give some clarity what exactly a client-side programming, what exactly a server-side programming is, right? So client side, so we need to check it, what is a client side and what is a server side, guys. Let me check it here. Let us go client side and server side. We have two things, guys, here, client side programming and server side programming. What is server side programming and what is client side programming? Who can call server side, who can call client side, guys? Here I have something called HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery. I will call all these as a client side programming languages. Why should I call them as a client side programming language? Remember carefully, client side means, don't think client, who is client here? Client is nothing but a browser, amma, or else we can call this as a browser also. Browser or client side programming languages, whatever it may be, browser side programming or client side programming, whatever it may be, both is same, guys. I mean, whatever the code you are executing, for example, I am developing a website. Wait for a minute. To develop the website, I have used HTML, I used CSS, guys. What I used, let me show you here: HTML, CSS, JS, jQuery. I used PHP also, and MySQL, and something called, what we can use still, we can use something called Ajax as well. Something I used, guys. right? So here, what I want to say, guys, here, to create one website, we use these many programming languages. Yes, sir. Right? These, by combining all these, we can create a website. Not by using just HTML and CSS, so we can't do anything. We can create a static application only, right? So if you can combine all these, we can create a web application, right? Remember carefully. I want to show you one website here to you guys here. Just check this website, whether this website is working or not. Let us go and show you a website. I'm going to show you something called gophp.in. This is our website. This website was created by using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, PHP, MySQL, all are combined. So I'm going to press one key in my system, guys, control plus U, control U. It will show the source code of the web page. Can you see this is the source code of the web page, guys? If I open this code, this is the combination of HTML, CSS, PHP, JavaScript, everything, na? PHP, MySQL. Can I find PHP here? Control F. I just want to find open PHP, close PHP. Are you able to find anywhere the PHP? No, I'm not finding, guys. Anywhere I'm not finding. I mean, this is the combination of PHP file, but I didn't able to see the PHP code here. I'm able to see only HTML, CSS code, guys. Remember carefully. What is the, why I'm saying you, I just want to tell you what is a client-side programming language, guys. The programming languages are always executed by the browser. So client side means the programming languages which are executed by the browser. If the programming language is executed by browser, then that programming language is called client side programming language, right? So every browser has an inbuilt software called interpreter. That interpreter will execute your HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery code, guys. But this application is a combination of PHP also, na? Then who executes the PHP? What browser is doing? Browser is executing HTML, CSS, JavaScript only, but who will execute the PHP code here? Remember carefully, PHP is a server-side programming language. So server side means who will execute the server side programming? Server will execute. Who is the server and all? We need to check the server as well, guys. Server is nothing but, server is always a software. What a server will do? A server will always execute our PHP code, Java code, .NET code, guys. Right? Remember one more thing. Every web application needs an environment called server. If there is no server, we can't do anything, guys. Server is an environment that is very, very important thing. Without server, we can perform any action. This is one of the important things you need to remember. If there is no server, simply there is no web application. Right. So what is server will do? What is server-side programming language? The programming languages which are executed by the server are called server-side programming. Why they are going to execute it by the server? For example, I have a PHP program. What is a PHP? PHP is a server-side programming language. Why PHP called server-side programming language? PHP code, whatever the code we are writing inside the PHP, whatever the code we are writing inside a PHP file, that code is only executed by server. Means that server only knows how to execute the PHP code, not the browser. Browser knows how to render the output which is given by the server. See what server will do? Server will execute some code. Server will get the data from database. It will send the data to browser. What is the browser duty? Browser needs to display the data which is rendered by the server. So this is server-side programming. So every server-side programming, all the server-side programming like Java, .NET, Python, Ruby. So these are all server-side programming languages. They are all executed by the servers, right? That's why they are all, for example, this is the code. A file contain this. This is the code: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, PHP, MySQL, Ajax. For example, this is a file. Let us write a file called test.php is the file. This file contain all this code. A PHP file may contain HTML, CSS, JavaScript, everything may contain by the PHP file. When I'm trying to execute this file, remember carefully, first who will execute? HTML, JavaScript, or CSS? Who will execute? Remember carefully. This is a server-side program. First, PHP MySQL will be executed. After executing the PHP MySQL, whatever the results I will get, that's results I will send to browser. Then HTML, CSS, JavaScript code will execute, guys. First, PHP code will be executed. After HTML code will be executed. HTML and JavaScript, CSS, and all will be executed. First, PHP, and even if it is a Java application, right? First, Java code will be executed. After that, HTML, CSS code will be executed, guys. Remember carefully. Server side programmings are always executed first, and client-side programming always will execute it second thing, guys. What is a server side? If a programming language is stored or executed by a server, then that is called server-side programming language. Because why they have to store inside a server? Because server only knows how to execute PHP code, how to execute Java code, how to execute .NET code. What a browser will know? Browser knows how to execute HTML, CSS code, guys. Browser will always render the output on the screen, right? So this is exactly the client side and server side. So what I can do by using client side, guys, here, remember carefully, we have two types of web applications, guys, here carefully. We have static web applications. What is the thing? Static web applications. This is one thing, guys, here. And one more is here, dynamic web applications. What type of applications we can create by using JavaScript here, right? So dynamic application or static application, remember carefully, by using JavaScript, we can create static applications, guys, not dynamic applications. Dynamic applications are created by using PHP, Java. In Java, we have servlets, JSP, JSF, struts, right? So as well as we have something called .NET, nothing but ASP.NET, we have Python, Ruby, and a lot of things, guys. So these are the dynamic web application programming languages. If you want to make a web application dynamic, definitely any one of the server-side programming should be there. You can use Python, Ruby also here, right? So static application means how a static application. What is a static application? What is a dynamic application? Static application means the content of the web will never changes. Today, I created a website. I uploaded it to live server. After 10 years, if you can see the same, so you cannot get any updated content on the page, guys. Same, whatever we are seeing today, after 10 years also I can see the same. That is called static. Fixed content forever, right? So here I have one more thing called here dynamic web application. What is a dynamic web application? Facebook is a dynamic web application. Every day, not every day, every minute or second, the content of Facebook is changing. No? You are logged into the facebook.com. So for a refresh the page, you can see some updated content, fresh content. Your friends like, friends chatting, and whatever it may be, everything will come under dynamic web application. We have Gmail, we have some other chatting applications, different chatting application, different web application. Everything they are all dynamic. We have e-commerce application, Flipkart, Amazon. So many things are there. Everything they are dynamic. Always the content of the web will changes. If the content of web is changes day by day, minute by minute, second by second, then that is called dynamic web application. If content of the web does not changes, never changes, then it is called static web application. Remember, if you want to create a static web application, guys, we just need to HTML plus CSS. These two are enough to create a static web application. If you want to create a dynamic web application, remember, guys, carefully, nothing but if you want to create a kind of dynamic application, it is the combination of HTML and CSS and PHP plus MySQL or Java plus MySQL or Java plus Oracle or .NET plus MS SQL, right? So by combining all these, then only I can create a dynamic web application. Remember carefully, if there is no HTML and CSS, frankly says, there is no PHP and MySQL, no Java, no .NET. If first of all, I want to construct a building. To construct a building, I need bricks, right? Without bricks, can I construct a building? It is impossible. In the same manner, if you want to construct a web application that is up to dynamic web application, HTML and CSS should be there. If those are there, then only I can write HTML, then only I can write PHP code, then only I can write Java code, .NET code, Python code. Otherwise, if HTML and CSS are there, where I can write the PHP code and Java code, I cannot write it. Every web application always depends on HTML and CSS. That is a basic pillar of the web. If HTML and CSS is there, I cannot create a web application. Remember, dynamic web applications always depends on the HTML and CSS, guys. If there is no HTML, see, by using PHP, Java, what you can do, you can just get the data from database. You have to present it now by using HTML, right? If there is no HTML, CSS, how can we present it? First of all, we cannot present the data, right? So remember carefully, if you want to make a dynamic web application, we have to use either Java, .NET, PHP, right? So dynamic web applications are always depends on HTML, CSS, guys. If there is no HTML, CSS, seriously, there is no web application development. That much important, the HTML, CSS. HTML and CSS is the pillar. That's why everybody should know HTML, guys. Every web developer, Java developer, .NET developer, Python developer, Ruby developer, whoever you are, you have to know, you have to get at least the basic knowledge of JavaScript and HTML. Without this knowledge, we cannot suit for web application development, guys. Remember carefully, every web application, whatever it may be, either static application, either dynamic application, it should contain HTML and CSS. So everybody should know. I think all of you guys know HTML and CSS, I'm thinking, so there's no problem. CSS is not mandatory, but HTML is mandatory. In our entire UI development, HTML, JavaScript, sorry, in our entire UI development, I'm thinking JavaScript and CSS are going to play a key role, guys, right? Later, the remaining thing, maybe Bootstrap and all the separate things, but you have to be perfect with the application development. This is exactly the JavaScript purpose, guys. Here, why you guys are learning, you can imagine, and what is the purpose of JavaScript, and what is the difference between client side and server side, and all we have seen in this session. In the next session, we can see how to write JavaScript code and where to write, how to write, what the types of JavaScripts and all we will see in the next session, guys.